Imagine a world where every moment of your day is dedicated to the pursuit of pleasure, a world where gratification is instant, entertainment is endless, and everything is designed to fulfill your every desire immediately. No waiting, no boredom, no challenges. Everything you need is just a tap or a swipe away. But now, ask yourself, if your life were truly filled with such pleasures, would you actually be happy? Or would this overindulgence gradually strip away the true meaning of life? Aldous Huxley, in his novel Brave New World, warned of a future where people are not controlled by violence or oppression, but rather by their own desires. In that world, everyone is given soma, a drug that keeps them content no matter how meaningless their lives become. No suffering, no worries, but also no freedom. They had become slaves to pleasure without even realizing it. Today, we don't need a drug like soma because we already have its modern equivalents: social media, endless video streams, addictive video games, and intelligent algorithms that know exactly how to keep us glued to our screens. Highly stimulating junk food. We fail to realize that while we think we are enjoying life, we are actually being controlled by systems designed to exploit our deepest desires. When pleasure becomes chains, there is nothing wrong with seeking pleasure. In fact, it is an essential part of human survival. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. But what happens when pleasure is too easily accessible, too fast, and so constant that we lose the ability to control it? Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. When you reach a certain level of happiness, whether it's getting a new phone, going on a luxurious vacation, or experiencing an exciting event, your brain quickly adapts and demands more to maintain the same level of satisfaction. This makes us constantly chase bigger and stronger stimuli, never truly feeling satisfied. Think about the last time you spent hours scrolling through social media. You felt entertained in the moment, but once you put your phone down, did you truly feel happy? Or did you just feel exhausted, empty, and unconsciously repeat the cycle the next day? Social media, video games, and entertainment platforms today do not just provide pleasure, they exploit it. The algorithms of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube do not just show you content you like. They continuously refine themselves to keep you on their platforms for as long as possible. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky has pointed out that dopamine, the chemical in our brain associated with pleasure, is not only released when we receive a reward, but even when we anticipate it. This explains why we obsessively check our messages, refresh social media feeds, or keep playing a game. We are not truly seeking pleasure, we are addicted to the anticipation of it. The hidden dangers. When individuals become dependent on easy pleasures, the consequences extend beyond personal struggles. They affect society as a whole. Declining mental health. Studies show that the more time people spend on social media, the higher their risk of depression and anxiety. Younger generations, who have grown up with technology, are experiencing record levels of insecurity and social isolation. Decreased focus and creativity. Researcher Cal Newport calls this the shallow work culture, where constant distractions make it harder to develop deep skills and creative thinking. Disconnection from reality. Instead of engaging in meaningful relationships, we opt for digital interactions. Instead of facing our emotions, we escape them through entertainment. How to escape the chains of pleasure. If modern society is trapping us through our own desires, then the most important question is, how do we regain our freedom? The answer is not to abandon pleasure entirely, but to learn to control it, instead of letting it control us. Here are some practical steps to break free from the cycle of dependence on easy pleasure and build a more meaningful life. 1. Practice mindfulness. One of the main reasons people fall into the pleasure trap is unconscious behavior. We pick up our phones without realizing it, eat a bag of chips without remembering the taste, or open an app out of habit rather than necessity. Practicing mindfulness can help break these habits. Ask yourself before doing anything, do I actually want to do this, or is it just a habit? Does this bring me closer to my goals? Will I feel truly satisfied after this? Becoming aware of your actions will help you consciously control your pleasure-seeking behavior rather than just reacting to impulses. 2. Limit exposure to artificial stimulation. If you want to quit an addiction, the best way is to reduce exposure to it. Similarly, if you want to regain control over pleasure, set limits. Turn off notifications. This prevents you from being constantly drawn into checking messages and social media. Set time restrictions. Only allow yourself to use social media or watch videos within a fixed time frame each day. Delete addictive apps. If an app is controlling you rather than the other way around, consider deleting it or using time-limiting software. Try a digital detox for a day, a week, or even a month. You will be surprised at how much clearer and freer your mind becomes. 3. Shift your attention to long-term values. Pleasure is not a problem if it comes from sustainable values. Instead of seeking easy gratification from social media, video games, or junk food, try shifting to activities that provide long-term joy. Exercise releases dopamine naturally, making you happy without artificial stimulation. Learn a new skill. Challenge yourself with something new, such as playing an instrument, writing, cooking, or coding that brings lasting satisfaction. Read books and reflect. Good books can provide deep insights into yourself and the world instead of just consuming short-term digital content. Spend time on real relationships. Meet and talk with friends and family in person, rather than just interacting online. 4. Create a clear life purpose. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." When you have a clear purpose in life, shallow pleasures will become less appealing. Take time to reflect. What kind of person do you want to become? What do you want to contribute to the world? What values matter most to you? Write down your thoughts and use them as a guide for daily decisions. 5. Embrace discomfort and challenges. One reason people fall into the pleasure trap is the fear of difficulty and discomfort. We choose the easy path because we don't want to face challenges. But the truth is, every great achievement in life comes through effort. If you want a healthy body, you must accept exercising and eating well. If you want success in your career, you must accept hard work and occasional failures. If you want a deep relationship, you must accept honesty and emotional vulnerability. Train yourself to tolerate discomfort instead of avoiding it. Every time you choose challenge over easy pleasure, you take another step towards personal growth. The choice is yours. Aldous Huxley warned that a world where people are controlled by pleasure is far more dangerous than one ruled by force, because in that world, people willingly surrender their freedom without realizing it. But you have a choice. You can continue living in the cycle of easy pleasure, or you can take control, set boundaries, and lead a more meaningful life. Every moment and every decision you make shapes the life you will live. Will you let fleeting pleasures define who you are, or will you choose the path of growth and true freedom? The choice is yours, and only you can decide. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.